In the last video, I set out on my first flight of the year in the depths of winter. In this video, after fueling up at Ephrata, I head towards the mountains, still uncertain if the clouds will scuttle my plans.
Check. Alright, so the padlock there, the code was just the CTAF. So we got the gate open, put in 4 gallons, so that's definitely worth a stop. Definitely worth a stop. Although, I could have stopped at Wenatchee on the way back, so might not have made any difference at all. Alright, put the cap on, I double checked it. And my wallet. Looks like it's clearing up pretty quick here. It is 1:40 or 12:46. So yeah, it should just keep getting clearer and clearer. That's what it looked like. That's what the forecast looked like. Hopefully that is the case. Let's see here. Hopefully I can taxi. Oh, I guess right here is where I cross. There was a sign. There's a whole short line. Yep, this makes sense. Was I supposed to cross here or no? Maybe not. Oh, wait a minute. Where the hell is runway 4? Or runway 3. That's what I wanted. Well, that's weird. I don't understand the deal here. Seems like I was only supposed to go back through some other route. Well, that was a little bit rough. Ephrata traffic, so we're picking on runway 3. I'll be making a left turn out to the west, Ephrata. That was weird. Hopefully I didn't damage my tires or anything. Although if I get off the ground now, it won't matter. Because probably the next place I'll land will be Moses Lake. But yeah, that wasn't ideal, but I should have just come back this way and then used the rest of the runway there. Yeah, still not looking real nice over there. I don't like that. We'll see. Well, it looks cloudy. Yeah, it doesn't look great. Well, my first flight of 23 might be a bust. That's what I'm thinking here. Could be a bust. We'll see. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. It looks like the clouds are going to be just north of where I want to go. So this may... Yeah, oh, and it's nice and clear south of there. So never mind. Never mind. As I look at my course here on the iPad, I am right on course. And it looks like the clouds are going to be to my north. I think I see a couple things here. I think I see Glacier Peak directly off my nose, which is where it ought to be. And then a little bit south of there, I think I see the Stewart Range. So you know what? Never mind. I think this is going to be okay. Oh, in fact, now that I'm above these clouds here, it's clear along the Cascades, even north of where I want to go. So, alright, I think this could turn out to be awesome. I was getting resigned to failure there, but then I got a little bit higher, and I think it's going to be...
Ellensburg, traffic helicopter 30, Delta 8 miles to the east, 3,600 southbound.
I think it's going to be really good. Alright, yeah, until I popped up above this, it looked like the everything to the west was socked in. I feel encouraged here. So yeah, maybe a month ago we had 6 or 8 inches of snow here, and then over the past couple weeks it got into the 40s and almost 100% of it melted in Moses Lake. See, I think that peak that's directly ahead of me, I'm just going to fly past. I think Glacier Peak has to be off to the left there. And I'm just climbing gradually. I'm just going to climb all the way into the mountains there. 360, 370, 350 feet a minute, 330 feet a minute. Sweet! Okay, I feel much more excited. Because I'm like, oh man, so my first flight of the 2023 is going to be a total bust. Yeah, that's got to be the Stewart Range. Boy, if that's the Stewart Range, it really towers over all of the surrounding terrain, more than I've ever realized here. 87 indicated, 93 true, 89 over the ground. 90 over the ground, 4 true, 94 true. So it's at maybe 3 or 4 miles an hour off the nose. I got some boots on. Got this halfway decent jacket, got a big blanket, got my Garmin inReach 100% charged. So, I'm basically dressed so that if I had to spend the night up here, and I got a cap, a wool cap, go Hawks. Like, so if I had to spend the night up here, crash the mountains. I mean, I'm dressed, overdressed for back in Moses Lake. It wasn't too bad, especially if I'm just hanging around town or at home. But I got a blanket, cap, wearing boots, wearing this jacket, so that if I crash in the mountains and have to spend the night up there, I might not die. It's possible I wouldn't die. 5,600. So I'm climbing. I want to be up like at 8,000 by the time I get to the Cascades here. So I just got it trimmed for climb. 230 feet a minute now. So that's fine. I'm not trying to climb fast. I'm trying to make good speed over the ground. And I'm full throttle, over 7 gallons an hour. Oh, a couple little bumps there. So we'll see how it is when I get over there. I hope it's as calm as Windy was telling me. 1 to 2 miles an hour, maybe 3 miles an hour surface winds. If that's what it is, that'll be okay. I'll be happy with that. If it's more than that, I won't be happy. And I probably won't spend too much time over there. $6,200, climbing at 170. I'm climbing slower and slower. Let's see if the mixture does anything. So, 6.8 gallons an hour, 2420 RPM. Pull the mixture out a little bit. 2430, 40, 2450, 6.2 gallons, 5.8 gallons, 2460. Alright, that's full lean. Alright, I went from 2420 to 2450 or 2460 and down to about 5.8 gallons an hour or so. So, got more power for less fuel. Full mixture. So I'm just going to fly around with this lean until I'm done with the Stewart range and start to descend towards Leavenworth and Kashmir. So, you know what? Actually, that giant one, that's got to be Glacier Peak. That's got to be Glacier Peak. So the Stewart range is further to the south. I'm not exactly positive where. There's a lot of mountains down there. So that one that's more off to the left, that's got to be Mount or Glacier Peak. I'm just going to fly along some other mountains here on the way to it. That's the idea. But I believe that huge one, that's got to be Glacier Peak. Yeah, that's got to be Glacier Peak because it's just so much bigger than everything else around it. That's Stewart Range just has to be further. Yeah, actually I think maybe I even see the Stewart Range, possibly. I'm not sure. Yeah, about 5.7, 5.8 gallons an hour, 2450 RPM. So I think I gained 30 RPM and I'm saving maybe half gallon per hour. And under the right conditions, you can save over a gallon an hour. At higher altitudes even, it makes a more dramatic difference. Or at least it has for me in the past. That's been my experience. Well, I'm feeling comfortable now. What does that say? That just says -5, -4, -5 Celsius outside, so hasn't gotten a whole lot cooler yet. Yeah, it's pretty smooth so far. There's a couple bumps a little earlier, not much. Okay, I'm gonna trim up a little more here. Some 7,500. And the climb was getting pretty slow there. That's cool, those clouds in those valleys down there. That'd be cool to fly over that, but then I'd need to regain all this altitude, so I'm not gonna bother. .88 indicated, 100 true, -6 Celsius, 92 miles an hour over the ground. Took a little bit of a headwind here. Oil pressure's good. Oil temp's up to 195. I can't believe it. That is excellent. That is very, very nice. That's a good temperature to burn off condensation in the engine. I hope it stays this calm. That'd be really icing on the cake for this first flight of the year. Down to 5.3 gallons an hour, so the higher we get, the less fuel we're burning. Almost a gallon an hour less than we were little while ago. $8,800 feet. So let's go ahead and just level out here. Reduced power, so it had to trim up some. So we're at 8,800 feet, 2260 RPM, down to 3.8 gallons an hour. A little bit nippy up here, but with these boots and the heat blowing on my feet are toasty. So we're 9,000. Temperature's under 187. Which is fine, I just didn't like to see it continuing to climb higher and higher and higher. We're getting there, slowly. So let me get up a little higher. I'm 9,300. So when I see these peaks ahead of me here, I don't think I'd mind being a few hundred feet higher. Not that I have to fly into them, but I could fly around them, next to them. But I feel like I want to get a little bit higher. So I'll fly straight for a few more miles here, and then I'm going to hang a left to go along with your traffic. 27 west departure. Please. 10,100. Let's go ahead and trim down. So the wind I think is coming this way. So if it's smooth on this side of those jagged peaks as I fly along them, then I think I'm going to be in good shape. -8 Celsius right now at 10,200. That's what my little probe there under the wing is telling me.
Off my right wing is Lake Chelan, a 50-mile-long lake gouged out from both ends by glaciers. At almost 1,500 feet deep, it's the third deepest lake in the United States.
So we'll see what happens when I get in here. And it's not like I can really get on the windward side to get smooth there, because there's mountains for miles in that direction. Alright, gonna be on our toes here in the mountains, and don't do anything stupid. Make sure I plan ahead and know what I'm getting into here. Don't fly myself into a downdraft and then get stuck in a bowl and fly into the side of a mountain or just something dumb, because I don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. Should be able to avoid it. Definitely can't avoid it. If I'm a little more conservative. We are getting to the mountains here. Time to hold the stick. Alright. Time to hold the stick. Hands are a little cool here. We're 10,100. We are to the mountains. We are to the mountains. Maybe I'll fly over some of these here, and then I should be able to stay to the east of that next few there. There's just so many layers. Makes it difficult to figure out where you're going to go. Like a maze out there, and you need really, really good depth perception to do that. I don't think it's possible. So as I get closer, I'll just try to make good decisions on which path I'll take here. So that's gotta be Mount Rainier. That doesn't make sense. No, maybe that's gonna be Mount Baker, maybe. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be Mount Baker. Out there ahead of me. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly, -7 Celsius, and this thing is drafty, to say the least. Lost a little altitude, just a little bit there. I don't know if it was a draft or just not trimmed quite right. But it was 100 feet a minute down. Which, if the wind is coming this way, that makes sense, because the ground is sloping downward here. So, yeah, I'm going to continue straight here a couple miles, then I'm going to hang a 90-degree turn, fly south along some of these jagged peaks, maybe over that little ridgeline there, but I'll stay to this side of these. Yeah, that's got to be Mount Baker. I'm sure it is. I'm headed northwest, so that's got to be it. Yeah, so that's what I'll do here. I'll stay to this side of this range, maybe fly over that ridgeline. Not sure what I'll do over there. Could fly over that saddle. That's pretty gnarly. That could be interesting. I've got plenty of altitude, as long as there nothing crazy starts happening with drafts. Vertical speed 0. So I think, yeah, it feels calm still. Well, pressure's good, all temps good, down 174 now, so it's been dropping just little by little since I quit that long, full power climb.
In the next video, I enjoy some absolutely stunning views in the depths of the Northern Cascades.